With the extensive history of players deciding to trash talk LeBron James and quickly regretting it, you would think that a player the caliber of Dillon Brooks would think twice before trying. Brooks was having a terrible season offensively, shooting less than 40% from the field, so he decided to fully embrace the corny villain persona to create this facade. He brings more to the court than he actually does. Most of you won't believe me when I tell you this, but just a couple years ago, in his first playoff series of his entire career, he averaged 26 points a game on incredible splits. Honestly, I'm not even sure I believe it really happened. So when you flash forward to today, and he's shooting like this,
teamed off the screen, out to Brooks.
It's really no surprise he got desperate. Now, Brooks has always been a controversial and odd decision maker on the court with a weird amount of confidence, but it was really in last year's playoffs where we started to see this behavior on a nightly basis. The Grizzlies matched up with the Warriors, and following a game 1 where he made just 3 of his 13 shots, Brooks decided to leave his impression on the game in a different way.
Grabbed him initially, then Brooks got there late with the swipe and he clubbed him on the side of the head.
I don't know if it was intentional, but it was dirty. There's a code in this league where you never put a guy's season/career in jeopardy by taking somebody out in midair and clubbing him across.
This led to him being suspended for the following game. When he came back, he was just as bad, and to close out the series in Game 6, he decided to throw up 28 shots where he made 11. Something about this series flipped a switch for Dillon Brooks. He started to feel as if these antics were somehow going to actually have an impact on some of the greatest players the league has ever seen. Following the series, he would bring up one of his favorite narratives that, based on what we just saw, is very relevant.
They know that we're going to come every single year. You know, we're young and they're getting old, so they know we're coming.
As long as this core remains in Golden State, Dillon Brooks will never be able to live down that series. Now he had his eyes on his next target, the Los Angeles Lakers. When they matched up in January, we would see this weird altercation with Dillon Brooks and undisputed co-star Shannon Sharpe on the sideline.
Yeah, because after the buzzer sounded, there was a little bit of an incident here courtside at the Crypto.com arena. Dillon Brooks was having...
Then we would see him get into it with Donovan Mitchell a few games later.
Hold on!
Then we saw him get into it with Draymond Green off the court.
Don't like Draymond at all, just don't like Golden State, don't like anything to do with them. Draymond talks a lot, gets away with a lot. His game is cool with Golden State, but if you put him anywhere else, you're not going to know who Draymond is.
Memphis Grizzlies is not ready to compete for a championship. Look no further than this idiot right here. I'm trying to figure out why they like you in Memphis. Or do they like you in Memphis? I'm not sure your teammates like you. Your level of understanding the game of basketball is at a fan level.
Things are getting weirder and weirder. I think Draymond said it best.
I know dynasty-like players, and they aren't clowns.
He didn't feel like a villain anymore. He just felt like the clown of the league. They would play each other the following game after that statement. This league is becoming a reality TV show. He would finish the year, unsurprisingly, leading the entire league in technical fouls. And as we said earlier, he had his eyes set on the Lakers, and he got his wish, matching up with them in the first round. He then decided to do one of the few things every player knows you shouldn't do: trash talk LeBron James, one of the greatest players, if not the greatest, we have ever seen. Lance Stevenson learned this. He decided to do one of the weirder things we've seen on the NBA court in Game 5 of the 2014 Eastern Conference Finals.
Flowing in the ear of LeBron James.
The following game, LeBron James goes off, missing just 4 shots in a blowout victory to advance. Juan Toscano-Anderson learned this just a couple years ago in the play-in, deciding to talk some trash with the Warriors up 13 at half, and LeBron shooting just 1 for 7 from the field.
Throws it back up top. James puts up the 3. Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from down!
LeBron dominated the half with 16 points, and the Warriors lost. Enes Kanter learned this when he decided to get into it with a prime LeBron James in 2017.
And the crowd loves it. Now Kanter getting in his face. So pushing in 7.
Then LeBron did this.
Step back 3. Oh, holy cow! And MSG Cavaliers have taken the lead.
Even some of the best players in the league today, like Klay Thompson, had to learn the hard way.
I mean, guys talk trash in this league all the time. You know, I'm just kind of shocked some guys take it so personal. It's like, I guess his feelings just got hurt.
What did you say Klay said?
Klay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
At this time, the Warriors were up 3-1, and then, well, this happened.
Oh, blocked blocked by James. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again.
Now this isn't even exclusive to his NBA opponents. Too many extra claps from a Cavs executive on the sideline is enough to set him off. He then drops 21 points in the fourth quarter to finish the game with 46. When he was just coming into the league, his soon-to-be teammate Darius Miles had an interesting choice of words for the best prospect in a generation.
You can really just bring a high school player in and really just think your team gonna really turn around like that. If he come, you know what I'm saying, he can just hop on our bandwagon.
He didn't even make it past LeBron's rookie season with the Cavaliers. LeBron's even made people you've never even heard of regret tweets from over a decade ago. A Division I college player, Dillon Wright in 2011, was tweeting out things like, "The Heat are gonna lose. What are you gonna do next, LeBron? Go back to Cleveland? LeBron is not clutch at all." Well, a decade later, they would come face to face in the summer pro-am, the Drew League. Dillon Wright got the matchup of LeBron, and well, without even trying, LeBron dropped 42 points on his head. This just scratches the surface, but again, you would think Dillon Brooks would think twice, but he just couldn't help himself. He started this series by going 5 for 13 in a loss.
In the first half, wide open three, in and out.
He then went 5 for 14 in a win. At this point in the series, LeBron's dropping 25 a game, but Brooks has been talking smack the entire time, and he then decides to say this.
I don't care, he's old. I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.
Quite an interesting take from someone that has a career high points of 37. Now this trash talking saga is very different than most that involve LeBron James. It's not followed up with him proceeding to drop 50 points a night, hitting the game winner in the face of Brooks. But when you decide to trash talk someone like LeBron, you better be one tough cookie, because the psychological warfare that you're trying to impose is going to come right back at you and tenfold. The following game, the Lakers decide to show the world just how talented Dillon Brooks is by leaving him wide open. And by the end of the first quarter, everyone's ears were already ringing with the sound of his bricks. His jump shot is interesting. He would end the night with just 7 points, shooting 3 for 13 from the field, and fans were letting him hear it. He decided to skip out on his post-game interview. Game 4 came around, and well, he shot 4 for 11 from the field and 1 for 7 from 3. Then in overtime, LeBron would get the chance to seal the game, and guess who was guarding him?
James drives. James is fouled.
He decides to skip out on the interview. My ears are still ringing from his shots in Game 5, where he went out there and shot 3 for 15 from the field and 2 for 10 from 3. They were just letting him shoot the ball. I was getting some severe secondhand embarrassment. Then in Game 6, he shoots 4 for 11, the Lakers absolutely dominate and advance to the next round. After deciding to trash talk LeBron, he proceeded to shoot 28% from the field and 22% from 3. Considering the quality of looks, this is one of the worst playoff outings we have ever seen offensively. Oh, and that Game 6 win for the Lakers was by 40 points on the dot. You couldn't write it any better.
I don't respect no one until they come and give me 40.